Sugar cravings at night. Let's talk about this. So this came in as a question on my live Q&A today. And it's such a big one that affects so many of us that I thought we need to turn this into a YouTube video as well. So this question came from Judy, who said that she's good all day and then wants sugar at night. And there's a lot of things I want to talk about because there's a lot of nuances to this. And there may be different reasons why Judy or anybody is craving sugar at night. So, the first thing that came to mind is when Judy said that she's so good all day. And if you are feeling deprived, you're like, so good, I'm being so good, I'm suffering here. No wonder you want something at night. Like you want a reward. It's been a long day and you've been so good. So, first thing I would say is, are you possibly under eating or being too restrictive? And maybe not, but I just think that's something to look at. Even though, is it this a feeling that you have like, this is so hard, I'm being so good? Maybe look at reframing this. Like, I get to make healthier choices. I get to play around with changing my diet in a way that's going to make me look and feel my best. So even just looking at your attitude towards this. Another thing, and I'm gonna say this always, but make sure you're getting enough protein. So the protein leverage hypothesis states that our bodies will continue seeking food until our protein needs are met, which explains why you can have a meal sometimes and you're actually full, but you still want a little something. So I would encourage you also to I'm speaking to Judy who asked the question, but to anybody struggling with this is be real about how much protein you're getting, really track for a little while. I'd encourage you to aim for at least 30 grams of protein per meal. That's what we need to activate muscle protein synthesis. But really be looking at probably 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight. So many people, this has happened with so many people that I've worked with. As soon as they start getting the increase in the protein and feeling better about that, the desire to snack at night, whether it's sweets, chips, whatever, just vanishes. So that is really my biggest recommendation is look at the protein, make sure you are getting enough of that. But then there's also a few other things like, is this just a habit? Once you start doing it, it's just what you do. So could you disrupt that pattern? If normally after dinner you watch your show on Netflix and that's when you want the snacks, could you instead go for a walk? Or could you get cute PJs on, take a bath and put on cute PJs and get all ready for bed, and then maybe you don't want something to eat? Just disrupt the pattern. Or could you come up with some healthier substitutes, like my 50-calorie brownies, for example? Or maybe like a cup of really yummy herbal tea. And I know tea, like if you're used to like having candy, tea may not cut it, but like something like peppermint tea actually kind of satisfies a sweet tooth. But looking at changing, either making a substitution for a healthier treat that still tastes really good, or just like having the tea, or I like to have decaf coffee in the evening. Sometimes it's just like a little treat. And then something else I'm going to say, and this is a little tough love, and I have to use this on myself, is don't bring it into the house. We are adults. If there are foods that you can't resist, the ones like when they're there, you just have to keep on picking at them. I'm like that with chocolate chips. Just don't bring them into the house. If they're not there, you're not going to eat them, or you're much less likely to. So hopefully that's helpful. Let me know any additional questions you have in the comments. And thank you so much for being here.